This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
What up, this is DC Channel Guns, coming at you another gun video. Appreciate you watching, like, share, and subscribe. So I want to appreciate all my subscribers. I want to appreciate all the good information. I appreciate y'all for coming to the video. Appreciate all the love, support. Appreciate the ones who've been sticking with me through the thick and the thin, the good and the bad. Appreciate the ones that's getting on board with the DC Channel Guns over here. And like I said before, the number one goal over here, people, the ultimate prize is to uphold the Constitution, defend the Second Amendment. That is real, people. This is not about fame. This is not about glory. This is not about subscribers. This is not about, just trying to be a celebrity on social media. It's none of that over here. All that is out the window over here, people. And if you want somebody to lie to you, you at the wrong channel. I'm just going to tell you the truth. But right now, with all the firearm sales, all the ammo sales, all this kind of stuff, none of that matters, people, without the Second Amendment. None of that matters. And right now, we have an election that is narrowing down closer and closer. We have so many distractions in the headline, so much division and stuff that's going on. You have your media who are using all their power to divide and disrupt this country. You have groups, organizations, you have billionaires out there trying to take your Second Amendment away from you. So with that said, people, at the end of the day, when we have 40% of all firearm sales was first-time buyers. Normally, for our statistics, it was 25% in a lot of these crises and stuff that we have. But this time it's 40%. So that means we have even more people who have woke up, had came into the 2A community. And I say this, I've been saying this for a long time. Some people have to see something in order to move them. And what moved a lot of these people? What you've been seeing all the time, people. The looting, the disruption when it comes to the police department. I'm talking about a lot of stuff. And the number one thing that calls people to understand that the Second Amendment is so important right now is you have to have the ability to protect yourself, to protect you and your family. Because so many people had depended on the police, people, for a long time. The police don't come until a crime is committed. That means that someone is already a victim. And, our goal over here is to not be a victim, people. So that's the reason why we know you have to support the Second Amendment to keep and bear arms. And so now with all these people that's joining, the question is this going to change the landscape in the 2A community? Is this going to change the politics in this country? When it comes to the infringe on the Second Amendment, all these gun laws and stuff that we've been dealing with. And, we've been coming out here every single day, the 2A community, tirelessly, 24/7, because I keep telling people, I have the energy over here. That's what keeps me driving. I love the guns. I love the farms. I love the sports. I love everything there is. But you do have, people out there who want to take your Second Amendment from you. Now, right now, let's just tell the truth. But majority of the Democrats want to take the Second Amendment. You have a few Republicans out there who steps in and infringing on your Second Amendment. They have done that in the past. I'm talking about the Republicans are not perfect. But the Democrats, their number one goal is to take your Second Amendment. They're the ones pushing all this division in this country. I'm talking about right now, you look at all your major cities in this country right now. And I know some of you don't want to hear this, but this is the truth, because we have an election, people. We have an election, and you have choices that you're going to have to make. And some of the choices a lot of us going to make is not going to be the choice that we want. But if it is to preserve the Second Amendment, I'm talking about nothing is 100% when it comes to preserving the Second Amendment. But if I can get at least 90 or more, that's the option that I'm going to have to choose, people. Or we can choose the other option where you already know they're coming straight for your guns. All that other talking, all this, they're going straight for your guns, people. And so right now, look at your major cities. Look at all the gun violence and stuff. Major cities are ran by Democrats. That's just the fact of the matter, people. Your major cities are ran by Democrats. These are the ones who've been putting laws in these cities so long, and they're not working. They hate to come on TV and admit that their gun laws are not working. They only work against law-abiding citizens. We've been saying that from Timbuktu. I'm talking about forever. It's only work against law-abiding citizens. Every law that they have put forth, it works. It does 100% against law-abiding citizens, but not criminals. I'm reading articles, in some areas it was apartment in the news. I'm talking about someone sprayed 150 bullets at an apartment, people. The gun violence and stuff. And I said this some weeks ago when we was during when all this rioting and looting, when they started hollering about defund the police department, and you sent bad signals to the criminals and stuff out there, they just unleashed all the criminal elements. All of a sudden, New York gun violence just spiked, just went from where it was to just through the roof. So now you have Chicago, New York, Minneapolis, you have all these top cities that's out of control, and the Democrats can't do nothing. But still keep going up there talking about, yeah, we need to strict this, more strict that, we need to ban this and ban that. That's all they're saying. And none of the criminals out there are listening to that. That's out there committing these crimes. You don't have law-abiding citizens running around or talking about just loosey-goosey out there like that. We're following the laws. We're the one who's are going to the town halls, going to the meetings, going to the protests and everything to keep these laws from happening. We're the ones doing that. And what all I just told you people, we have an election coming up. And don't be fooled. The other side ain't trying to do nothing good. They're trying to tear this country up. That's what they've been doing. They've been doing it for decades. If everything the other side is doing when it comes to the Democrats works so perfectly, now the Republicans are not perfect. I'm going to be the first one to tell you that. Both sides got a lot of work they got to do. But one side is more to take your Second Amendment than the other ones. So what I'm saying is we got a choice to make. And Joe Biden, trust me, Joe Biden, he's not going to make no change. He's not going to do nothing no different than when he went Obama and everything. But what he is going to do, he's going to come after your guns. And right now, Joe Biden is playing safe mode. He's playing the safe mode out there, so don't be fooled. He's playing safe, not to say too much, because he always gaffing up and everything. And so what Joe Biden game plan is to come in, smooth selling everything, try to smooth over, and they're using this pandemic, the riot, the looting, division, everything that's going on to their benefit. That's what the Democrats is doing. Once they get in, people, and if you think that Joe Biden's going to change anything, I'm not saying Trump perfect. There's a lot of stuff I don't like about what Trump did. Trump is not perfect for the Second Amendment. People keep saying that. But guess what? Can you find anybody else that can beat Trump, that can run the Republicans, that can beat the Democrats? And when it comes to the election and everything, nobody's have found nobody yet. So if there's nobody, so Trump is all we got. Like I said before, if you want something 100%, you're not going to find it. So if I could take at least 90% or more, that's the way I'm going. But if you go the other way, guess what? Your gun rights is gone, people. And you're going to see gun laws. If they can get the majority that they want, that they're trying to do, the strategy that they're working on, that I'm looking at, if they can get the majority of that, people, your guns are gone. No point of doubt. I'm talking about there's no, that your guns is gone. You see in Virginia, you see in a lot of these states, you see in Maryland, you see in all these places where when they just straight party line vote all the way and pass these laws. They ask the citizen to come to the meetings and everything, but it don't do no good. Look at what Governor Northern doing. Here in my state of North Carolina. Same policy that they're doing in Virginia, my state of North Carolina trying to do it. We're getting them Democrats out of there in my state. Because look at the cities, people. A lot of the major cities that you see, that is the future of this country, what they're trying to do. That is the future. Because they cannot control none of these cities that we're looking at. And like I said before, none of the Democrats can show me a city in this country right now that their gun laws are working, everything is under control, and gun crime is down. They can't do that. All they do is make up articles and lies. I have been over them. And like I said before, their whole goal is to take your guns, people. So don't be fooled by the distraction and stuff out there. So if you want somebody to lie to you, I'm not the one, people. The main focus over here is the Second Amendment. And a lot of people don't understand the Second Amendment is so important to this country. And if you look at, like I said, 40% of first-time buyers was probably the ones on the fence. They're probably Democrats. This is not a Democrat or Republican thing. This is your Second Amendment. Second Amendment is from everybody. I just want everybody to understand that. This is not a Republican, Democrat. I'm not worrying about all that. But what I'm worried about is preserving the Second Amendment for future generations. That is my goal. So I hope that I gave you some information. And people, do your research, people, because one side wants to take your guns 100%. They have pushed out 90% of their laws. They're not creating jobs. They're not trying to do business and none of that. They're basically trying to make this country dependent on what the Democrats' socialist plans and stuff are. And guess what? Create chaos, have them in control. You don't have no control, and you become a victim to everything that I just talked about. So this is DC Channel Guns, and I'll catch you on the next one.
This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.